This is a quick video of my Bitcoin immersion mining system. I'm heating my home and with hot water in my home with it. Basically, it's a Foghashing C2 system with two S19k Pro miners, and they're just sitting in immersion oil. Runs into a pump. That pump exits and runs up and into a heat exchanger. That heat exchanger then brings cold water in from outside through the heat exchanger down into my hot water heater. Try to get a backup view of that for you. So that basically preheats my hot water for my water heater. Out of the heat exchanger, the oil comes down into a diverter valve, and this diverter valve right now is just run straight through where it goes up and outside. And outside I have a dry cooler that came with the C2 system. It runs through the dry cooler and then it comes back down through that cool cable into the bottom of the mining tank and starts all over again. So currently I just have this valve set the one way, but I can flip these two valves and it will divert the warm liquid after it's gone through the heat exchanger, and this will be going down into a future unit that I'm going to put, a heat exchanger I'm going to put into my furnace for the winter time. It's July right now, so I'm not even attempting that, but in the winter I'll have this hot fluid go through the heat exchanger first if it doesn't get used for the hot water, which it doesn't unless we're unless we're actually using hot water. It will then run through that warm water, hot water, into the heat exchanger, blow through the fan, and then it would come back into this unit, diverter valve, and then outside for a secondary cooling if it needs it. Right now, just the way it is with the dry cooler, it's running about 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It'll go all the way up to about 120 on a really hot day, but normally it works really well. If I run my hot water like for a shower or something, I'm probably running about a 10-degree differential, so it'll lower my oil temperature by about 10 degrees while the shower's running and pulling heat. So last thing I'll show you up here is I have some power boxes. I have two 30-amp circuits coming in, one for each miner basically, and then I have the dry cooler run off of one of them so I can independently see what's happening. So there's kind of what's going on. We're drawing about 3,100 watts off one, about 1,900 off the other, and then the dry cooler system and the tank pump right now is running about 500 to 600 watts. So that's our total power draw, and right now I'm hashing somewhere around 220 to 250 on average between the two miners. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll just wrap this up by saying that please like and subscribe if you found this interesting. And if you subscribe, you'll get an update as to when I actually go ahead and do the heat exchanger into my furnace system. Last year, and you'll see another video on that, I used that when I was air cooling them. And that was just a way to introduce the hot air into my ducting system. That will no longer be the case. It will just be running through a heat exchanger inside of my plenum of the furnace. So I'll run the fan constantly on the furnace, and it will give me a constant 90 some to 100 degrees of heat that'll run through my system continuously. So again, thanks for watching.